Hi, I have a story to tell you. Are you interested? Once upon a time, there was a little princess. Her nickname was Ciara. She was deaf, and her parents were deaf too. They were able to communicate and sign. The little princess was so lucky. She could talk to her parents all day and night. Chatting with each other was easy for them. She could talk to them from afar, and she could whisper to them in a crowded room. If Ciara ever wondered where her parents were, all she had to do was look for them and they could be counted on to help her. She had no reason to worry or be afraid of anything. Well, except one thing. She was afraid of the dark. You see, Ciara was very bright and could do almost anything, except here, of course. But when it was dark, it was scary. Her dad, who was very clever, bought her a flashlight. A pink flashlight, of course. But then the batteries ran out and the light ran out. Oh no, poor thing. Her dad then gave her a crank flashlight. Do you know what that is? You don't? Oh, let me explain. A crank flashlight has a lever that you turn on and it recharges the batteries to keep the light on. Oh, it was pink too. What did you expect? Of course it was pink, silly. So when the princess grew up, and like most princesses, she had to go off to college. But the dorms were out of the question. No dorms for her. I'll let you in on a little secret. Princesses like Ciara don't share their precious things. So anyway, she had her own apartment all to herself to decorate as she pleased. She had pink curtains, pink bedspread, pink pillows, pink chairs. It was all beautiful in pink. Well, except her crown. It was all beautiful in pink. Anyway, she loved her apartment. She did miss her parents and her perfect childhood, but she really enjoyed being a grown-up princess and being on her own. But suddenly, one day, she woke up dizzy and surrounded by hot smoke. She soon realized that her apartment building was on fire. Did you know that in a fire, the smoke can be the worst part? The smoke is thick and dense. That's okay, you're not the only one. She didn't either. So, she woke up feeling dizzy and felt the hot smoke and panicked. She ran to the window and tried to open it, but it was stuck. She couldn't do it. She felt dazed. She fell to the floor and crawled with her eyes shut all through the dark. She accidentally bumped her head into the wall. She was disoriented in her apartment, and with her eyes closed, she didn't know where anything was, so she kept banging her head on the furniture. She crawled out on her hands and knees across the hall to her neighbor's door. She didn't know she wasn't supposed to touch doors that are warm, so when she tried to turn the doorknob, it burned her hand. Despite the pain of her burnt hand, she cried, thinking of how much her parents would miss her. Then her eyes closed. But this is not a sad story. Don't you remember when we told you it was a great story? Well, Ciara woke up in a hospital bed. Yes, that was scary. But her mom and dad were there to give her comfort. And they were not the only ones. The super handsome doctor and a firefighter were there too. Oh, they were hot. You think that's the best part? No way. What makes the story great is what her dad did. being a clever man, got his family together and went online to find out how to prepare a fire safety plan. After being discharged from the hospital, the princess was taken home. My family got together and mapped out a family evacuation plan. Oh, this is my dad. He made sure I practiced opening the window. We also practiced crawling out of our rooms with our eyes shut to know exactly where the exits are in case of a fire. We now practice twice, right, Daddy? We also bought flashing fire alarms and a vibrating fire alarm device for my bed. Aww.
But look, it's pink.
Yes, it's whistle. What for? In case I can't move or yell because the smoke might make me choke, a firefighter looking for me can hear me blowing the whistle and the sound can help him find me. Also, I got an emergency ladder that I keep under my bed. If a fire were to happen again, I would pull it out, take it to the window, hook it on, and I could climb down my second-story apartment. It's a shame they didn't have it in pink, though. But at least it arrived in a pretty pink box. Anyway, instead of waiting for something to happen, the family decided to go to a training and become CERT qualified. Let me expand on what the CERT abbreviation means. The C is for community, E for emergency, R for response, and T is for team, CERT. We trained and learned so much there, including important things such as 1. Fire is one of the most common disasters. 2. In case of fire, if smoke, heat, or flames block your exit, put the towel underneath the door to keep the smoke out. 3. Study your safety plan. And 4. Once you get out of the apartment or house, stay out until a fire official gives you permission to go back inside. And that's all there is to become a CERT volunteer like me. As a CERT volunteer, I know first aid and CPR. You know the one where you do the chest compressions and mouth to mouth? That's how I met my husband, giving him CPR. Cool, huh? What? You tell me how many princesses have rescued their prince. That's what I'm saying. Check this out. Oh, thank you. And by the way, when you complete the CERT training, you'll get a vest. I bet you're thinking it's pink, right? Nope, it's not. I know you were curious. So you don't like pink? Well, what do you know?